Audi S3. It's a more discreet type of hot hatch. One that's aimed at people who wear lounge suits rather than track suits. But that doesn't mean that it's all go and no show.
The S3 just looks a little bit more sporty than a normal A3. And that's because you've got this deeper front bumpers with bigger air intakes. And then down the side you've got larger alloy wheels as standard, and you've also got some special S calipers as well. Down the sides you've got side skirts, just help it look like it's hugging the road a bit better. The fact that the suspension is a bit lower also adds to that. There's a discreet roof spoiler at the back because Audi doesn't want this car to look too boy racery. The only real giveaway, this is a performance car, is the red S3 badge, and the fact you've got quad tailpipes. And there's one other thing I like about this car, look. I love the pulsating indicators, look at that. It's cool, it's really cool. I'm not bored yet. Still not bored.
If you are bored of 5-door hatchbacks, you can get a sportier looking 3-door version of the S3. And starting at around £33,000, it's about £2,000 cheaper than this Sportback version, though the 5-door does get an automatic gearbox as standard. Now if you click on the pop-out banner or on the link below the video, you can save around £3,000 on either S3 model through carwow.co.uk.
Inside you've got a normal Audi A3, which means quality is very good, but there are a few upgrades. So you've got a special S on the gear selector, you've got an S flat bottom steering wheel, you've also got S3 on the dials, though I should point out that this car has the optional technology package, which includes a digital driver's display, and you get leather sport seats as standard. These seats are the upgraded super sport seats, and they're an extra £700, and they're nice, they're holding in place pretty well when you're in corners, though they're not entirely necessary.
As I said earlier, this car is more about the go than the show. So let's see just how fast it really is.
This car has a 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine with 310 horsepower and 400 newton meters. Now it would struggle to put all that power down if it wasn't for the fact that this car comes as a standard quattro all-wheel drive, and it should be able to do 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 4.6 seconds with the automatic gearbox. It should be able to do it pretty much even with the weather like this. That is the beauty of this car. So to launch it, I just put the drive select into dynamic, I put the stability control into sport, the gearbox into sports mode, then I just keep my left foot on the brake, floor the throttle, and now I'm going to release the brake. A little bit of scrabble for traction in this awful weather, but whoa! And that was 60 way back there. It's like a rocket ship. And you can just launch it over and over again, even when it's peeing down with rain.
Let's find out just how quickly this S3 got to 60 miles an hour. That's just 4.5 seconds, which is quicker than Audi claims.
This S3 really is a proper wolf in sheep's clothing, because while you got all that performance, for most of the time when you're just cruising along, it's really sedate. It's as comfy as a big woolly jumper. So this car has the adaptive dampers, the magnetic ride. It's about £900 extra, but it's worth having it because when you put the car into comfort mode, it slackens them off and then it deals nicely with bumps, and you can poodle around. And I'm actually averaging 32 miles per gallon, which is pretty impressive really. And I think it's definitely worth spending the extra £1,500 to get the automatic gearbox, because it just takes a strain out of everyday life and commuting, and you can change gears yourself if you want using the paddles, or if you're just cruising on the motorway that suddenly need to overtake someone, it responds really quickly. Yeah, and you're back to being a wolf again. And then what happens if you encounter a twisty road? Well, you can put the car into dynamic to stiffen up the suspension, also adds weight to the steering, makes the exhaust louder, and the gearbox shift a bit faster. And considering how wet it is, this thing corners very well. So when the front wheels start to slip, such as they would do down a front wheel drive car, it can send power to the rear to push you out the corner, and it just grips and goes like a gooder. It's more fun than the old S3, which felt totally inert, but still, I don't think you feel quite as much as you do in a Golf R. It doesn't feel quite as adjustable if you lift off the throttle mid-corner, but still, for most people, most of the time, cruising around, this is going to be great for them.
And don't forget that you still have all the benefits of a normal Audi A3, like decent rear passenger space and good practicality, though there is one compromise.
The S3's boot is about 40 litres smaller than the normal A3's, because the quattro all-wheel drive system has a rear differential which goes underneath the boot floor, and it means that you don't have extra underfloor storage like you would do in a normal car.
Still, a slightly smaller boot is a small price to pay for all that extra boot you get from the engine. So really, no one is going to care.
So then, what's my final verdict on the Audi S3? Well, it may not be the most fun hot hatch, but it's very quick and it's super stylish. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it and subscribe to our channel. Clicking on the windows for more content.